One of the fastest ways to burn out as a health coach is charging by the hour and selling random coaching sessions because eventually you run out of time, energy, and capacity. And what most health coaches accidentally create is a business where, as the income goes up, the freedom goes down. And the clients that I've taught to be multiple six-figure health coaches work on average 3 days a week, not long days, and they get to work with who they want, when they want, how they want, and from where they want. And as their income went up, their impact went up, but their free time and their satisfaction and their health and their relationships and their joy also improved. But at the core, to be able to get that dream result, we have to make sure that the work we do delivers excellent results and that it is scalable. So most coaches out there are either broke or burnt out. And at the core of this is what they're offering and how they're offering it. So our six-figure health coaches are not working harder than you, but they are more effective. Now, the problem is most coaches think people are paying them for sessions, but they're not. People pay for results. And if you don't get this part right, you can spend years overworking, endlessly customizing, and scattering your energy into all sorts of directions, wondering why your business feels exhausted. That leads you to burnout at best and mediocre results for your clients. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to package your genius and create a signature program that gets clients better results, that creates more referrals, that increases your confidence and allows you to grow your business without trading time for money. So grab a pen because you're going to want to take some notes. Now, in the last video in this series, we talked about carving out your purpose-driven expert niche, meaning who you help and the dream outcome that they want. But once you know that, the next question is, how do I actually help them? And this is where most health coaches accidentally create chaos. So the old way is with random one-off sessions. You may have done that as well, charging by the hour and bundling a number of sessions together, maybe giving them a discount at that. But basically, it's endless customization, reinventing the wheel every time. And at first, that can feel exciting because at least you have clients, but eventually it becomes exhausting because every client feels different and starts at a different point, asks different questions, and you never know what to expect. And you feel like you're coming up with a new approach each time, and you are mentally carrying everything yourself. And the result is burnout. And so this is not scalable and it gets inconsistent client results. So what we teach is for you to create a signature program, a repeatable transformation process. Now, it's not cookie cutter, but it is structured and it delivers a repeatable process that you know delivers excellent results. That's going to be key. We're going to look at getting excellent results. And then, of course, customizing your signature program, your process within that predictable structure that gives you the confidence. And this is important. A signature program is not removing customization. It's creating a repeatable framework that you customize to the individual person. Huge difference. Think about it this way. If your client is a busy, overwhelmed mom and she's juggling kids and exhausted, stressed, barely surviving, it does not make sense to start by teaching her complex hormonal pathways, advanced biochemistry, or 17 difficult recipes. She needs simple wins, easy implementation, relief, family friendly. On the other hand, if your client is highly educated, analytical, deeply interested in health, already shopping at health food stores, they might want deeper explanations. But your framework stays the same, but your delivery adapts. That's the difference. But regardless, everyone, even the overthinkers, benefit from simple wins. And you don't want to skip the basics. It doesn't help to give this amazing supplement if they aren't even drinking water and they're loaded up on sugar and artificial and inflammatory foods. So in your framework, you may have eliminating foods that your client is intolerant to from their diet, for example. But the specific foods that they are intolerant to can vary. Coconut for one person, avocados for another. But you're still going to teach them to listen to their body as part of that signature framework, for example. So how do you do this practically? So you want to start with point A and then point B. One of the most important things when creating your signature program is understanding where is your client now and what is their dream outcome. Now that sounds simple, but most coaches skip this. And because of that, their coaching feels scattered. So really think about what is the painful problem that they're struggling with? What keeps them up at night? What are they frustrated with? What are they afraid of? And then what do they want? And then ask yourself, what is the absolute best way to go from where they are now to where they want to be? And that becomes your signature program. And by the way, if you want help creating your signature program, I go into this in my book, Six Figure Health Coach, page 41, and I'll put a link so you can get a free copy down in the description below. But if you're wanting even more help, wanting to speak with me personally, and you're wondering, about pricing, how do you set this and structure this up properly so your clients get results without you burning out? I started hosting these free small group trainings, currently 5 people max. They're completely free, customized to the people who are there. So if you'd like help with your niche, your offer, your pricing, your business roadmap, there's a link below where you can apply because these spots are limited. If you see a spot, grab it now. I'm not sure how long they'll last. All right, let's keep going. So one of the biggest mindset shifts that you need to make is this. People do not pay for sessions. They pay for results. And so they're paying for that transformation. This changed everything for me because originally what I was taught, and probably what you are doing today and what you were taught, is that they're trying to build a coaching business by trading time for money. This many sessions, this many dollars. 12 sessions, $1,200, $100 an hour, or even $3,000 a matter. Doesn't matter. It's a trap and you're playing a game. You can't win. And I realized very quickly there was no way I was ever going to replace my doctor income that way. And I'm embarrassed to say how long I tried before realizing, wait a minute, I'm never going to be able to leave my day job. The numbers just don't add up. So I was already burning out and I realized this game is rigged against me. And if you trade time for money, which is much what people are doing, you just can't win that. And that's what happens to so many coaches out there. They create a job instead of a business. And so what I teach my 6-figure clients to do is to focus on excellent results, true transformation with a proven process, clear outcomes. That changes everything because when your clients get excellent results, they become ongoing clients because they see how it keeps getting better for them. They become walking testimonials and referral machines. So for example, one of our 6-figure health coaches, Sherry, had one client refer 10 more. Think about that. Now that's leverage. That's working smarter, not harder. And this is why delivering excellent results matters so much because one client refers 10, you suddenly don't need endless content, paid ads, or social media hamster wheels. Your clients start marketing for you. Content can attract the people. And then these results creates momentum, which is a beautiful thing. Now, one of the biggest questions people ask is, how long should my signature program be? Well, there's flexibility here. Generally speaking, shorter is better to start, usually somewhere around 4 to 12 weeks, 90 days. There's a reason for this because people want momentum, transformation, quick wins. But when the seasons change, so do they. And it's hard for them to focus beyond 90 days, typically as they shift from spring to summer holidays or summer and back to school and so on. At 90 days, they require a refresh, a regroup, instead of just fading off into their busy lives. Now, that doesn't mean all their problems are solved in 90 days, though, either. But you can teach them the framework. So in your program, you can teach them the framework. And they can get some results in those 90 days. And that creates massive progress. And then, if appropriate, you can continue to support them longer term. For example, someone needing to lose 100 pounds is not going to lose all 100 pounds in 90 days, but they can lose, say, 20 pounds, lose the inflammation, gain clarity, learn the framework that's required to lose the weight, and then continue building from there. Now, to be clear, by defining an initial time frame to 90 days or less, I'm not saying hold information hostage so they stay longer. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. Instead, you're focusing always on delivering excellent results. Keep that as your guidepost. Give them everything you got, your best ideas, your best frameworks, your best support right away. However, having said that, I don't want you to make this very common mistake. One of the biggest mistakes coaches make is overwhelming their clients right off the hop. with everything they've ever learned because you know so much now. You've spent years learning and all the stuff that you've gone through. And now you want to give them everything. But transformation happens through implementation and generally step by step habit stacking from where they are now to where they want to be. And so you will be amazed what your clients don't know and just how far you've come. But we don't want to lose our clients by fire hosing them everything at the beginning. We want to make sure that your clients are picking up what we're laying down. Tim, one of our early health coaches, helped single diabetic dads. And early on in his program, he mentioned to his clients about green smoothies. Tim had been drinking green smoothies for many years, so he assumed everybody knew what he meant. But his clients raised their hands, and these guys said, what's a green smoothie? And then they asked, do you have a recipe? And that was such a powerful lesson for him because that was not at all going to be the topic, but that's where they were getting stuck because what feels obvious to you is not obvious to your clients. So your clients will actually show you how to improve your program so that you can get to excellent results. And as you discover what they don't know or what they find challenging or confusing, and you work to make it easier and easier for more and more clear with the goal of helping them get excellent results, you do not need the perfect program. You need a working framework that's continually improving. It's a dynamic process. And be willing to be 100% committed to helping your clients. One of the best things you can do to give your clients is some quick wins early on. Simple things, easy things, things they can actually do. One of my favorite examples is just to get them to drink water. Simple, easy, actionable. They already have the necessary equipment, but most people are not drinking nearly enough. And yet, energy improves, cravings improve, skin improves, clarity improves, your weight improves, inflammation improves. Simple wins that build momentum. And then the momentum builds belief. They're like, ooh, I think this can happen. And then belief builds the transformation. Now, here's another huge mindset shift. Your signature program is not just for your client. Your signature program creates confidence for you. When you know where you're starting and what process you're taking and your next steps with your client and where you're guiding people, you stop second guessing yourself constantly. And as the client results roll in and your confidence starts to soar even more and coaching becomes more enjoyable, more efficient, more soul satisfying, and dramatically less overwhelming and more sustainable for you. And that beautiful thing, scalable. So you can help more people more. I've seen health coaches that I've worked with step into a new level of confidence when they have this infrastructure to lean on so that they can show up clearly knowing how to guide and support their clients. And then once we have that framework, then we can systemize and scale. So eventually, once it's working, you become systemizing, automating, scaling, not right away, but eventually. And this is where assistance, automation, onboarding systems, templates, support systems can start helping you grow. But none of that matters until this program works first. And your signature program should feel like love delivered in a framework. Meaning, if this was your best friend, your spouse, your child, or someone you deeply loved, what is the best process that you know to help them go from point A, their problem, to point B, their dream come true? That is your signature program. And by definition, it's your best, not perfection, not complexity, love organized into a process. Now, if you want help creating your signature program, structuring your offer, building a business that creates results without burnout, join me in one of these free small group trainings I'm currently running. I'm doing them now. People are loving them. I don't know how long I'll offer them for, but if you see a link below, apply for one of these free sessions. We keep them limited right at the moment to 5 people so I can customize the strategy to you and your goals. So if you'd like help with your offer, your pricing, your program, your roadmap, there's a link below where you can apply. Once you have your niche and then your signature program, the next question becomes, how do I actually price this and structure this business? Because most health coaches, even with the proven framework, are still accidentally trading time for money and building themselves right into burnout. So in the next video, this is super important. I'm going to show you how to structure your business model and the pricing so that you can create more income, more impact, and more freedom without burning out. Nobody's teaching you this. I'll see you over there. Be good for you.